So welcome everybody. I'm Ben Gromyko. I'm from InterNACHI. That's the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. We're the world's largest organization of residential and commercial property inspectors. We train and certify and help home inspectors all over the world. And today's class is, today is Tuesday, March 21st, 2017. And we're doing a short class today on the 15 steps to become a successful home inspector. I like the kid on the skateboard there. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Use the chat bar to ask me questions or to discuss things with other students. This is a live interactive class, and we have a class just about every month on our nachi.tv page. Here's a couple URLs I want to share with you. If you want to get to the next class or watch any of our past classes, because we record them all, including this one, it's nachi.org/TV. I'm at nachi.org/contact. Feel free to email me anytime. And our entire staff is there as well, which is a resource that all of our members should be taking an advantage of. They can help you find things that you need and answer any question that you have. And we're going to use the following URL, webpage, at the URL there, everything, as a basis for this class. The 15 steps to become a successful home inspector are there. They're written there and described there, and we're just going to go over them all at nachi.org/everything. So we had a couple hundred home inspectors registered for today's class. So thank you all for coming and taking the time to learn about becoming a successful home inspector. And it doesn't matter if you're new or a veteran inspector. You should always be working on your business, particularly marketing. So if you don't have a home inspection right now during this live class, you should be dressed up as in your business attire and ready to work on your business, marketing, your website, your advertising strategies, maybe tweaking your home inspection report software, your narratives, always improve your narratives, going over new tools. I just got my new tool this morning. It was delivered. Here's my FLIR C3. It just came. This is a new infrared camera, very affordable, produced by FLIR. I've always had a FLIR camera while I was inspecting, and now that I'm not inspecting anymore, I'm teaching. I use infrared cameras to teach and to look around in my own house. Here it is here. So it's pretty handy little device. Still has haven't even opened it up yet. So I'm gonna extend my warranty on it. Although I've seen the videos where they drop these things and it still works, but I'm not gonna drop mine. Fits in your pocket. It's very affordable through Inspector Outlet, inspectoroutlet.com, our e-commerce partner. And our partners, all of our partners, recognize InterNACHI memberships for exclusive discounts. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. But we're going to start on this page, and it's at nachi.org/everything. And we wrote 15 steps to become a successful home inspector. And it's not just for this class. I send everybody here. So there's a short promo video in the beginning. But let's just go to step one. Well, let me review the steps first. So step one is join InterNACHI. I'll tell you why to join InterNACHI if you're not a member already. And if you're interested in joining for a year and thinking about maybe discount opportunities, I have them available. So just email me. I'm on the contact page. Step two is to get trained and certified. That's really important. A lot of people don't realize that we have a lot of certifications other than, or in addition to, home inspector certification. Branding and marketing, they're not the same thing. We have a marketing team that you should be using. If you don't know how to run a successful business, we have a business course. It's free and online. You also have a members account, a members only account. It's a portal through which you access everything. If you don't have your business online, you're making a mistake nowadays. You have to take advantage of all the membership benefits. And we have a lot of tools to boost your business. That's step 8. We'll go over those. A lot of advanced training. So success starts with education, and that's what we'll talk about a lot. Step 10 is inspection tools. You only need maybe a flashlight, a GFCI tester, a tick tracer for voltage, possibly a ladder, gloves for sure. I never wore elbow pads, but for sure knee pads, a different set of shoes, indoor-only shoes. So we'll talk about tools too. Step 11, very little investment to start up a successful home inspection business. Step 11, got to write a report. Clients nowadays expect a home inspector to have software and digital pictures. Video is coming too. Step 12 is to take care of your clients. You don't have customers, you have clients. You are a professional, not a contractor or a pizza shop that has customers. And then you have to keep on top of what's new in the industry. Then you should be able to contact InterNACHI for anything you have. And step 15, doesn't matter where you're from, anywhere on the earth, we can take care of you. We have everything you need. So let me real quick take a look. Are there any questions? Sound and audio is good. Video is good. Everyone's saying. So James asks from Rhode Island. He's asking about facing resistance from home inspectors in his state, not willing to help mentor so that he could be an apprentice or work in someone's shadow for a while or look over someone's shoulder. The hands-on portion is a requirement in some states. So you have to, in some states, find another inspector who is willing to train you. And that is just an inherent conflict, right? It's like a catch-22 also. You have to work with a home inspector in order to be a home inspector. You have to be an inspector apprentice, essentially, to be a home inspector recognized by the state. Kind of strange. It's unfortunate. A lot of states, unfortunately, listen to home inspector lobbyists who have, in the past, have really been influenced by helping the existing home inspectors and not really realizing the difficulty and challenges of becoming an inspector. Taking an individual who wants to move into a new profession and giving them the tools, the path to success to become a home inspector without relying on asking essentially their competitors to train them. It's an odd thing, and it's unfortunate that many states have these rules. So what we have are schools set up all over the country. And some states, we don't have the training that you need available online. A lot of states require hands-on things, so we try to try to create schools in your area or find inspectors in your area that will help. We have chapters all over the country, but it's really going to be a heavy lift for you to figure this step out because of the state's rules are really terrible. So what I would suggest is using inspectorseek.com. Inspectorseek, S-E-E-K, S-E-E-K, and find someone out of your market area to help you so that when it's all over, you won't actually be competing with each other. So maybe they'll be more inclined to give you a hand and start your business because you won't be competing. So if you want to email me, I'll try to help more, but those are your unfortunate options. Not much. Some states' rules are just insane. I got my CMI logo, and I don't see any way to incorporate the CMI logo into the newsletter so my customers see the displayed news. So we're talking about the newsletter that is customizable newsletter system that we have for members to send to their clients. And we have 5 years worth of newsletters, and it's customized to your contact information. You should be able to upload your logo. If you can't upload a logo, you're having troubles uploading your CMI logo, no problem. We have IT on staff that can help with the technical things. What I think is happening is it's drawing from your InterNACHI membership profile image. So check on that. But email me or somebody on staff in the IT department, tim@internachi.org, can help you with the technical issues that you have. But for everybody else, we have a newsletter system for members to send out to their clients every month, and it's customized to the home that you inspected. So for example, if you inspect a home for a client and you want to stay in contact with that client, you should stay in contact with all your clients. And let's say the home that you inspected had a hole in the roof and a bad GFCI tester and bad GFCI in the kitchen. Well, Shazam, the first issues coming from your newsletter to your client will talk about roof repair and maintenance, and also safety features in the home, including GFCI and AFCI. So that's customized to, it isn't any copy pasting from Google Internet or the web. It's customized to the home that you inspected, so that your client actually sees value in reading the newsletter that you're sending to them. And you keep in contact with all of your clients. And then after a while, after you build trust with your client base, you ask your clients, after a year, I would say, you ask your entire client base from last year for a referral. And if you can get one referral from every past client, then essentially you've doubled your business. Just like that. So let's go back to the 15 steps, yeah? Step 1, why would anyone join InterNACHI? Well, once you join InterNACHI as a member, a whole world of opportunity opens up to you. And you can take your good old time in deciding what to do. As a member, you have a couple options. You pay a membership fee, and the options are monthly or yearly. So $49 a month or $499 a year, a little discount on the year. And as a member, you have unlimited access on any device from anywhere in the world on your time to the things that we have online, which are mainly the training and continuing education courses and certifications that we provided. So we have a lot of courses online. And if you're becoming a home inspector, well, the first thing you got to do is to be technically proficient. You have to know how to perform a home inspection. And we have those courses available online to our members. Let's say you are a 15-year veteran. You've been doing home inspections for 15 years. You've done 10,000 home inspections. Times change and code changes as well. Standards and practices, especially local practices, change as well. So for example, you could inspect a home that was built in 1980, and back then you could have a space between the spindles of a railing large enough for a child to squeeze his or her head through, right? And a lot of children were hurt back then. So code changed. Code tends to change when someone gets hurt, unfortunately. So code changes over time. So nowadays, if you don't know that, if you're still in the 80s inspecting a home because you've been doing home inspections for 20 years, well, you're probably not very good. I would say you're behind the times. Great home inspectors, not good home inspectors, the great ones are always taking continuing education in order to improve their skills, their knowledge, their abilities. Yep. So that, and when you are great, you are really confident in everything that you're doing. I remember it has to take a couple years for you to be very confident in your skills. in order to provide a really great home inspection. And you just can't allow yourself to do that through the School of Hard Knocks. You should go online as a member and take our training courses. Take advantage of all of the continuing education that we have available. We have hundreds of courses, hundreds of hours of training, hundreds, I think it's now 373 videos online, all free to members. We put a lot of them actually on YouTube too. So why join? Because the training to become a great inspector is online and free for members. There are no prerequisites to become a member other than a membership fee. We have a list of recommended home inspector courses. So inside step 1 of becoming a successful home inspector, there's a link to a list of recommended home inspection courses. This is the core, 14 courses that we pulled out of our huge curriculum and listed them so that you know what courses you absolutely have to take. We also have an online examination. Anybody could take it, and I suggest you take it every 3 years or so, just to see where you're strong and where you're weak. At the end of the exam, it's a free exam, you can take it as many times as you want. It will identify your weaknesses. And if you're weak in electrical, we have advanced electrical training courses, free and online to members. So that's why you become a member. We also have certification programs. We have over 45 certification programs. In addition to becoming a certified home inspector, you should become certified in other ancillary services. And how many are there? Well, there are over 45. We have a members only forum where you can have a lot of fun and talk to other inspectors and other inspectors all over the world. And a lot of it is for fun and a lot of it is educational. We even have an emergency forum. Just in case you're on a roof somewhere and you see something that you don't know what it is, you can go on your device and ask a question to other inspectors and get a quick response. And we also have membership benefits for all of our members. We'll talk about that later. Here's the online examination. Anyone could take it. You actually don't have to join InterNACHI to take the online examination, although I recommend every member every 3 years to take the exam. And it will tell you your strengths and weaknesses. We also have a home inspector training app for iOS Apple devices right now, coming out with Droid soon. So when you have some downtime, you can slide through the cards and practice your knowledge skills. Step 2, let me see if there are any questions. Hector, I'm sure we've spoken before. I want to begin a home inspection business activity in my country, Argentina, but there are neither regulations nor history here. What would be your advice? Become the expert and start talking. Figure out who is buying homes and how are they buying them, and do they need advice? Do you know anyone who has moved into a new home and found problems, and then at the party or in the evening when you're having dinner and talking to everyone, are they complaining about the problems that they found in their home? In the United States, we have so many resources that we just waste. In the 80s especially, we built these huge homes real fast, and they last a good 20, 30 years before they really start to break down. We don't know how to, Americans do not know how to use resources wisely, natural resources wisely, in relation to our homes. Our buildings are pretty good, commercial buildings. In other countries, like Argentina, there are still opportunities. They build homes a bit better and wiser, and with different materials, local materials, and there are not unlimited resources there. So other countries tend to, especially in Europe and Central America, they tend to use resources better and they build their homes better to last longer. However, all homes, just as in all things, gain entropy. Everything goes towards disorder. Everything breaks down eventually if you don't maintain them. So it sounds like a lot of fun. I would be highly excited to be the expert in your field, in your country, in your area. And I would just start reaching out to people who have large contacts with homeowners or building owners and talk about maintaining homes and having a neutral third party set of eyes to help buildings maintain themselves, right? To help every homeowner's maintenance plan should include a routine inspection. Every roof should be inspected every year. Every HVAC system should be inspected every year. Not by somebody who fixes them, but by somebody who provides a third-party neutral opinion about it. So become an expert, I would say, in your area. Be the go-to person. And you can do that quite easily with a lot of effort. The resources are available. That's what I mean by easily. Through InterNACHI. So join InterNACHI. Hector, you're already a member. And just become an expert through the resources provided by InterNACHI. Become certified in everything. And use marketing. We'll talk about marketing too. Hand out physical pieces of marketing about who you are and what you want to do and how you can bring great value to someone's life. So I don't know what goes on in Argentina, you know, but what do your neighbors talk about in relation to their homes? And is there an opportunity? There's got to be. Azimio, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Would you recommend the 5-day hands-on class to someone whose state is not part of the recognized state list? I live in Illinois. No, in Illinois, we have the state recognized our online pre-licensing course. I think it's a 72-hour online pre-licensing course. It even goes through the Illinois standards of practice and laws and regulations of Illinois. And it's free and online to members. So if you're in Illinois, don't take a hands-on class because we have to charge for that. We have to pay the instructors to be there with you for 5 days. Illinois recognizes InterNACHI's online pre-licensing course. So take that, and that's at nachi.org/Illinois. How hard would it be just starting out to join an inspection company? Probably not hard at all if you work for free. You know, or maybe you take a very low cut in the gross revenue from your inspection fee. But there's no reason to work for another company. There's no reason to purchase a franchise. If you're a member of InterNACHI, you have everything you need to be successful, to own and operate your own home inspection business. And we'll talk about, if we have time, talk about being an owner of a business, not becoming an inspector, but you have to think of yourself as an owner of a successful home inspection business or an owner of a business and you just happen to do home inspections, right? You have to think about business. Holy cow, we're 24 minutes into it and we got to step 1. Step 2 is you can become an InterNACHI certified home inspector all online and free if you're a member. And you can be awarded the Certified Professional Inspector designation. CPI designation is a registered certification mark. So it's a federal registration. No one can say I'm a certified professional inspector unless you are certified through InterNACHI. And it's at no additional cost. All of our certifications. We have 45 different types of certifications in addition to becoming a home inspector. And they're all online and free. And to access those certification programs, you have to join InterNACHI as a member. And then you simply choose from the list of certifications that we have. And there are a lot. So for example, if I wanted to be a roof inspector certified roof inspector, we have that. We have a little logo too. You can download it. And we have some requirements. You have to be a home inspector. And then you have to take additional training specific to roofs. Step 3, branding and marketing. They are not the same. Branding, your brand is what distinguishes you from all the rest. Part of my brand and marketing is what you do to get that difference out there, to get your message out there. And advertising is different too. So my brand is I used to provide all of my clients home maintenance information, because that was a way for me to keep in contact with all of my client base so that they can refer jobs to me, right? So I came to a point where I stopped really marketing heavily, because I got so much of my client base just referring. I had ambassadors out there, hundreds of people talking about my home inspection company. And just that's where jobs came in. I also worked primarily with real estate agents. And one of the things that I did in my brand was home maintenance information. So I was the expert in home maintenance, how to maintain a home, how to save energy, how does a home work. And since they're in my neighborhood, I would inspect homes in my neighborhood. They're my neighbors. They're my friends. They're my clients. And so I would make sure that I take care of them. So here's a home maintenance book, InterNACHI's home maintenance book, full color, nice, really good quality paper. I've held other home maintenance books. They're like coloring books for children. The full color, inside and out, high quality paper, and about 100 pages, pre-punched so that you can stick it into a binder and give it to your client at the end of the inspection, because reports nowadays are not fully printed. You don't print a 100-page report on the inspection site. You send it to them later. So you fill your binder with things so that you're physically giving them something of physical weight. And then if I'm in Florida, we have our, now that you've had a home inspection in Florida, home maintenance book. You won't find any oil boilers or basements in the Florida home maintenance book. And we also have one in Espanol. And we also customize them too. So we have a marketing department that will customize your home maintenance book. Oh, this guess how much this is? $2.70. Is that too much? Well, you're not thinking. So you just raise your fee $5 per inspection and allow your client to buy their own home maintenance book and a cup of coffee for you. Anything that I provided extra value, I never actually purchased myself. I just allowed my clients to buy it. And we customize each home maintenance book for you. And it's the same price, $2.70. So these are customized to home inspectors. And you don't just give out one to your client. You give them 3 or 4. Why? Well, Americans don't throw away books, you know. So we will put this one back on the shelf, and it'll always be there on their shelf. That's exactly what you want. You want your contact information in the living room of every client that you have. And the extra books, well, you want them to be passed out to friends at the office, at the party, in the neighborhood, because they are going to move eventually, or they may know somebody. You want your clients to be your ambassadors, your marketers. Tell them, hey, look at, I just got a great home inspector, and he gave me a home maintenance book, Grand Mountain Home Inspections. They're really good. Here's a copy. And inside is the standards of practice and over a dozen reasons to hire you again. So it's a really great marketing piece. InterNACHI has a marketing team. It isn't to market InterNACHI, it's to help our members market their home inspection businesses. So I want to play this video for you.
One of the many benefits of your InterNACHI membership is our outstanding marketing and design service. Our team of designers have produced thousands of logos for members. Each one is created from scratch based on your needs. No stock logos here.
So this is our lead illustrator. His name is Levi. He's on the East Coast. And he's sketching someone's logo from hand. He'll spend all day on your logo. You can't get this at Vistaprint. They don't do this. And then he puts that sketch into the computer and illustrates on top of it, so that your illustration is now in digital format. And then comes the branding color, which has a lot to do with emotion. So we have a marketing department that will design your logo, redesign your existing logo and marketing, and design all of your marketing materials, including your customized home maintenance books, business cards, flyers, brochures. I just grabbed stuff off of our shelf here. So we have door hangers. This is a door hanger for a home energy score. We have stickers you can put on your vehicles or on your things. We have a home maintenance checklist. This is a rack card. If you don't know what a rack card is, you should probably call our marketing department. This is a door hanger. If I'm doing a Saturday morning inspection and there's little kids following me, they tend to follow me. I love doing my inspection in the interior with the children. And this one says, this room has been inspected and is monster free. And how do I know that? Well, because I checked under the bed, in the closet, behind the curtains, behind the picture frames. So that's kind of fun. This is all about marketing. You can't get this anywhere else. Oh, this is a leave behind. This is a personal note, a card saying that I just inspected your home, and I leave it on the kitchen counter, and that I wore indoor shoes only, and that you may want to double check a few things like the thermostat and the GFCIs, make sure they're all reset. This is part of your marketing resources that InterNACHI has for our members. That's just a handful. We have maybe hundreds of those kinds of marketing ideas, products, and services for all of our members. Step 4 is a home inspection business course. Maybe this one should be step 3. I don't know which comes first. Maybe start your marketing and then think about business, such as my favorite chapter is, I think it's chapter 11. Yep. How to calculate your price. Has nothing to do with what your inspectors are doing. Has nothing to do with your emotions or feelings. Has everything to do with math. And to figure out how to calculate a profitable fee for your home inspection service, it's just a few factors. One of them is your desired annual salary. How much money do you want to make at the end of the year? You have to think about your overhead as well. And that is all your costs, regardless of whether you're doing a lot of inspections or not. These are your consistent costs, like office space, computer costs, tools, insurance. And then you have to think about your desired annual profit. How much profit margin do you want? Real small, 10%, 20% is pretty good. Go bigger than that? You could. It's up to you. And how much, you get all that, you add it up and divide by how much you want to work. You can figure out by the number of days, the number of hours during the day, number of inspections you do. And that's basically how you calculate a profitable home inspection fee. So to be successful, one of the critical things you have to do is to figure out with math, paper and pencil, and a calculator, and sit down and figure out how much you're going to work every day. Is it 8 hours a day? At my height, I was working 4.5 days a week, only 4.5 days a week, and making a great living. I wasn't making a good living. If you want to make a good living, get a good job. If you want to make a great living and take on all that risk that operating a successful business entails, use the resources that InterNACHI has and make sure you're calculating your pricing correct, so that every time that phone rings, when I'm on a job and I'm in the crawl space and my business phone rings, I know that this is profitable. I don't have to guess. I don't have that worry or second guessing or reconsideration about whether this is a profitable phone call or not. That's why I take it. And I teach you, in my other home inspection classes, I teach on how to answer the phone, even right during a home inspection. So where were we? Step 4 is take the home inspection business course. Chapter 11 is a really great chapter. For you members, especially the ones who are searching for things, tools, maybe the online inspection agreement, you should go into your members only account. And when you log in, your members only account has tools within the account. And I'll scroll down to my tools. InterNACHI members only tools. One, you got to update your profile, because when you update your profile, then you're on all of our search engines. We have web crawlers out there, right? It's a big web, and InterNACHI has presence all over the internet. And someone looking for a home inspector in your zip code or near your address, or your in your area, will be looking maybe on one of our pages that we have out there for you, right? If your profile is updated correctly. Some members actually don't have their phone number in their profile. How is anybody supposed to call you, right? You have to have all of your emails as well. I think we asked for at least 2. And you have to have your business online, so we need your URL to your business website. And all of that is out there. Your name, address, and phone number is out there and just waiting to be hit by someone searching for you. So update your profile. The other things within your inspection, within your membership account is the online agreement system. And the online agreement system is, the agreement is between you, the home inspector, and your client. And it's electronic, so you can send it electronically. They can sign it electronically with their finger or mouse and electronically send it back. And you have an account. You can see when you sent it and if, whether or not they signed it, and if they did, when, and you have your signature. And it's all online and free. That's one of the greatest free tools that we have for our members, the online agreement system. And the key thing is customizable. So you can customize it with your, obviously with your logo and your name, but also you can have your legal counsel take a look, or your business attorney, and give you advice on how to use some of the language within the agreement so that you help reduce your liability. Step 6 is your website. You have to get your business online. And websites nowadays are easy to do yourself. And if you're a home inspector and you're writing home inspection reports, you have the skills, the skill set necessary to create your own website. Sounds crazy, but it's true. So if you're a home inspector, you're going to have to add pages to a report, right? You have to add pages to a website. It's a click of a button. If you are a home inspector and you're uploading pictures into your report, you can easily upload pictures into your website. Video is the same way. If you're filming a little bit of inspection video, you can film a little inspection video for your website or promo video for your website. If you're writing text in your inspection report, you can write text in your website. And that's it. Pages, text, images, and you have a website. And we know where you can get free websites and templates. You just simply click the template, right? Ever visit a website for your favorite restaurant? I mean, that's how I pick restaurants for my wife on date night, right? I go to someone's website, and that website, if it doesn't look good, if it doesn't have modern features, I'm not eating there. So your website, certainly don't hire a software company to design a website. Don't hire a tool company to design your website. Don't hire a domain registration company to design your website, right? There's really only one person who can design your website. Sorry, you're going to have to do it yourself. But it's free, and I teach people on I teach members how to do a free website. And free means absolutely free. You don't have to pay for anything. And the most you'll ever pay probably is a few dollars a month, $7 a month. Unless you want some really fancy features like a shopping cart. If you're selling things, then it's probably $12, $15 a month. That's it. Don't feel obligated to hire anyone to do what is really critical to your inspection business, which is your website. And here in step 6, we have a lot of resources. The easiest resource to learn how to build your own website are these training videos. We have a few training videos here. How to build your inspection website for free, 5 ways to make your home inspection better today, how to build a killer website at no cost. And we recommend, there's like Wix, Weebly, and Squarespace. I like Weebly. I have about a half a dozen websites built through them myself personally. And then I created a website. I don't do home inspections anymore, but I created a website in 8 hours, and here it is. It's a template, and I uploaded images of myself. You want to give the first image that everyone should see on your homepage is you, because they're looking for an inspector and they're looking to hire you. So give them what they're looking for. Do not have a picture of a home or a skyline on your homepage. And we talk about tips like that, what a really good home inspection business website should look like, the features. I kind of like the big button says why I'm the best. Find out why I'm the best. So you click that and you get to a brand name, a value proposition. I performed over 10,000 inspections since 1996. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good statement. If I'm competing with somebody in my market area, I'm going to beat them with that statement, right? Because I've performed a lot of inspections. I'm also a certified master inspector and a certified professional inspector. I also have these certifications. So remember those certifications in step 2, over 45 home inspector certifications? There they are on my website. Because I'm not just going to take a lot of training and certifications and keep it hidden. You know, I have a moral obligation to tell people that I'm a great inspector and I'm trained and certified. So here it is. We have all of these logos, and I put them on my home inspection webpage that's called qualifications. Where is it? It's up there. Step 7. I have a question. Ben, what is the minimum insurance an inspector needs, and what is the approximate cost per year? Is it the same as being bonded? So bonding and insurance are different, and you shouldn't be asking me, but let me tell you who you should ask. These folks here. So you can get a quote within minutes at nachi.org/insurance. And I was told a while back that on a national average, I mean, it varies too, from very low to very high. And depending on what you need, maybe according to your state rules and requirements, $1,500 a year, right? So it's E&O insurance, errors and omissions insurance, to cover you if you make a mistake, and general liability. nachi.org/insurance. Can you answer this later? Oh, I can answer this later. Let me see. When I have a partner, should I split it? Okay, so it's talking about how do I get into the business if I don't have any money? Well, you have to find resources that don't cost a lot of money, because starting a home inspection business isn't going to actually cost you a lot. If you're required to do some kind of state training and certification and insurance and things like that, examinations, unfortunately, that's going to be your fee, right? That's going to be some costs. But let's say you're in an unregulated state or an unregulated country or province. Oh, well then your costs are going to be low getting in. You need a website. I showed you that it was for free. You need a flashlight. You need a GFCI tester, AFCI tester, and a tick tracer, a voltage tester for safety, really, to see if let's say a wire is live or dead. Maybe some protection gear. That's several $100s. You have to be a member of InterNACHI and get certified as a home inspector. That's pretty affordable, $49 a month. So your costs are very low. I'm not sure where your big burden of money is. If you don't have $49 a month, well, that's pretty low. That's a low cost to become a professional, to change from one profession to another and have all of the resources that you need, unlimited access online. That's a pretty good cost. And so if you're limited in funds, I would say don't buy an entire year of InterNACHI membership. Try it for 1 month, $49, join as a member, and then you have access to all of those resources that we provide online. at no cost or low cost. One of those low cost marketing materials was marketing pieces was that customized home maintenance book, right? So yeah, we have everything you need to be a successful home inspector. I'm licensed in Texas, just trying to get started. Wow, good job getting licensed in Texas. It's almost insane. It's very challenging to become a licensed home inspector in Texas. It is a country of its own with its own rules, and it is very difficult. If you bump into at a convention or one of our events or chapters and you bump into a licensed Texan home inspector, shake that person's hand, because that is an incredible accomplishment. Now, trying to get started after that, well, I would start doing the marketing thing, right? Step 3 in our checklist here. Think about marketing, think about brand. We have a marketing team here that will help you define what your brand is, so that you can distinguish yourself from all the rest. So let's see, step 3 is branding and marketing. If you scroll down that page, here's a little exercise. It's a branding exercise. This will help you decide what your brand is and what your company stands for and what your tagline will be and how you're going to just crush your competition, right? So give it a try. List 3 areas in your company. List 3 areas in which your company is the best and why. Tell me why you're the best. 3 things of why you're the best. For me, it's easy, right? I'm a certified professional inspector. I'm a certified master inspector. I've been performing home inspections since 1996. I've performed over 10,000 inspections, and I teach other inspectors. Why would you hire one of my students? 3 areas that I'm the best. Oh, all of my customers, all of my clients are my clients. They're my friends. I keep in contact with all of my clients because they are my neighbors, and I keep in contact with my neighbors. In fact, I have a party every year or two, a big barbecue, and I invite all of my neighbors who are my past clients who are now living in my neighborhood because I inspected their home to have some barbecue. That's a secret tip right there. List 3 things about your company that everyone should know about. Well, we bring tall ladders to every home inspection because we get up on the roof. Unless it's up to 612, we're up on that roof. So we bring very tall ladders, 28-foot fiberglass ladders. According to the standards of practice, you're not required to be on a roof. You're not required to walk on any roof surface, but we're going up. And we bring our big trucks, our big vans, big ladder racks. I've got a 40-foot aluminum ladder extending all the way in the front and in the back. It's big and impressive. And that's one of the big things about my brand and one of the benefits that everyone should know about my company. We get up on the roof. And also, we have infrared cameras on every inspection. Every home inspection, I bring out my infrared cameras, right? List the top 5 benefits for consumers who decide to hire your business. Ask 5 real estate agents what they think are the most important aspects of working with a home inspector. Ask a real estate agent. If you're in an office of real estate agents, stop talking about yourself and ask, what would be a really great home inspection? Tell me about that home inspection. Or what's the best aspects? What are the best characteristics? What's the best products or services that you want your home inspector to provide, right? And when they tell you those things, you write them down, you go home, and you tweak your business plan, and the next day, you offer what they ask for. Why would you not offer what people are asking you for? If people are asking you for being a one-stop shop, so they don't have to hire a radon tester over here and a mold tester over here and coordinate all that, then you become a one-stop shop. Get on InterNACHI's website and become certified in everything, right? So that when I did a home inspection, I was disappointed if I only did a home inspection, because our goal in our company was to do $1,000 per inspector per day. So that means I got to get up to $500 every time I get into my truck to do an inspection. I wasn't charging $500 per inspection. I was charging $350, let's say, on average for my home inspection. And I was adding ancillary services because I was that one-stop shop. I did a termite and a radon test. That brought me to over $537, I think it was. Full home inspection, a radon, and a termite would be $537. And if I did 2 of those a day, 5 days a week, that's a lot of money. That's a good living. That's a great living. And if I have other inspectors doing that every day, I'm running a successful home inspection business. So to get to that point where I'm offering inspection services that people want, you have to ask that tough question. So I went to real estate offices and I asked, what would be a great home inspection to you? And they told me all the bad stories, right? And then they told me what they would actually want to see. And I provided that to them eventually. So that when you go to my website, I offer exactly what you're looking for. It's a no-brainer. That's part of the home inspection business course, by the way, that we talked about in the steps. Where are we? Website. Yep, we did website. So about websites, this is BigBenInspections.com. BigBenInspections.com. You take a look at it. This is a website. I used Weebly to build this website in about a day. It's worth it because it'll last forever. And just about every month, you should tweak a website because it should change. Your home inspection software, report software, your narratives, what you say in the inspection report, you tweak every inspection. Just about every day, you'll be improving that. Your website, once a month. So you schedule on your calendar one evening where you kiss your family goodbye for 1 hour and stop watching TV for 1 hour, put down the video games for 1 hour, and do what you ought to be doing, which is improving your business. Being successful isn't doing something fantastic in one area. Being successful in business is all about doing a little bit of improvement in a lot of things. So you have a lot of things to work on, and you just have to work a little bit on each one in a consistent manner. Slow movement upwards, getting better on a lot of things. It's a logical step-by-step progression to success. It isn't just like some big jump. Just like there's a method to build successfully a house, there's a method to build successfully a home inspection business. And it has to take doing a little bit of work on every piece. Every piece of that puzzle should be moving closer and closer together. Yep. Improving a little bit on every aspect of your marketing strategy, right? Can you improve what you're handing out to every client? You know, work on getting to this point, like Grand Mountain, with their customized home maintenance book. I mean, look at that. That is an inspection crane. They're not on the roof. They're craning themselves, cherry picking themselves up. You know, what a brand that is. Look, they bring that to the inspection. I'm definitely hiring this person to do my inspection because I can see I just bought a 3-story townhouse. The home inspector who drives up in a Prius, I'm not hiring that guy. I'm hiring this because Grand Mountain figured out what their brand is and put that brand on their marketing using InterNACHI's marketing design team. All of this design work was free for our members. And the cost doesn't increase for customization. It's $2.70. That's what you need to do. You have to figure out little pieces of the puzzle and keep improving each one. And we tried to make them into steps, like 15 steps towards sequential steps. But, you know, sometimes business isn't sequential. You have to do everything all at once, especially when you're in the beginning stages of a business. You are the marketer, you're the advertiser, you're the inspector, You're the boss. You're, you know, you're the tax person. You're everything until you start to grow. Membership benefits is at /benefits. And when you're comparing whether you should buy a franchise or join InterNACHI, whether you're comparing whether you should work for someone else or join InterNACHI and do it on your own, look at the membership benefits. Get a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a coloring book. Fire safety for kids. It's a coloring book, and it has puzzles and things inside. So on Saturday, when mom and dad want to walk with you during the inspection, and the children are there, you could say, I've got something in my truck just for you guys. Here. And they're busy in the kitchen, and they goof around for an hour or so working on this. This is from InterNACHI's marketing department. Fantastic department in InterNACHI. You can't do that. You can't Vistaprint this, right? So you get a piece of paper, and you fold it in half, right? Long ways. And on this side is the list of the membership benefit, or the membership benefits from InterNACHI, right? You'll probably need two sides. And then over here, you list the benefits that don't appear on the left side from your franchise, or from the benefits of working for someone else, or the benefits of shadowing someone for a long time. This left side column, the InterNACHI membership benefits, will be huge compared to anyone else, right? And here's proof. So I'm just going to scroll down. Here's the membership benefits. Scrolling, we're 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 scrolling. There's a lot of scrolling. My finger is getting tired. Scrolling, membership benefits, membership benefits, membership benefits, membership benefits, membership benefits. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. Okay. Got the point? Take advantage of your membership benefits. There's a few books three books that I want you to know about. One, they're all written by my brother, founder of InterNACHI. One is called Stacks, and this is about how to increase your gross revenue. Another one is Sleep Well, how to manage risk. If the cost of managing risk is lower than the profit, it's a no-brainer, right? The cost of managing risk is, if it's very low, then you take that risk. It's like value. There's another rule of thumb about value, adding value to your services. If the perceived value of this service that you're providing is greater than the cost, then yes. So this is, again, I keep going back to this, but it could be anything that InterNACHI provides. The value, the perceived value of this is much greater than the cost. And there's how to run a successful home inspection business. And this is the 2015 that I used for demonstration. But you can buy that in print or download it for free, actually. Step 8 is one of the favorite steps of mine because it has all the really awesome tools and products and services that you can add to your business. If the cost, if the perceived value perceived by your clients, if the value perceived by your clients of the thing that you're considering adding to your business is much greater than the actual cost, if the perceived value is greater than the cost, then it's a no-brainer. It's a pretty good business decision. So a lot of home inspectors use the buy your home back guarantee. I think there's a cost per home, but the value, the perceived value, is much greater than the cost. Keep track of your inspection leads. So InterNACHI has this lead generation web netting out there, right? Looking for people who are looking for you. And you need to update your profile so it's all accurate. But within your account, you can take a look to see when was your website last hit, right? So a lot of these websites are listed. So a member from North Star Inspections was just hit just a minute ago. So someone searching for a home inspector on the web landed on North Star Inspections. It's one of our members' websites. Oh, and it is the wrong URL. So that member has a bad URL. They have to fix that URL, right? So here's a list of the most recent 3.97 leads per minute per average is what we generate for our members. So this is the main reason why you need to be online. You got to get your website up and running so that we can generate leads for you, so that people can land on your website and schedule with you or call you from your website. Another way to boost your business is to become a home energy score assessor. Now, we know that homes that are scored, this is like a quick 30-minute, 45-minute energy audit without any blower door, without any infrared. And you collect basically the same data that you would during a home inspection, and you enter it into some free software that we have that generates a score from 1 to 10. 10 is great. It's energy efficient. 1 is a terrible house, wasting a lot of energy. And we know from studies from the Department of Energy that that home that is scored greater than 5 sells faster and for more money. So our intention is to provide a score on every MLS. Every home that's sold or bought should have a score associated with it. And the perfect time to do a score for your client is during a home inspection. It takes only a few more minutes of your time. But the perceived value of that service is much greater than your cost. And you can increase your fee for your home inspection by including a home energy score. It's one of the ways to boost your business. There are many other ways as well. Let me take a look. Any questions? Would it be worthwhile to plan a pre-inspection meet and greet with a scheduled client to allow them to get to know me and personally answer any questions regarding the agreement, concerns, or about the inspection procedure? Would it be worthwhile to plan a pre-inspection meet and greet? Yeah, if you can, that'd be great. But most people will hire you before they even meet you. First time that they'll actually meet you and shake your hand will be at the beginning of your home inspection. So they have to decide whether or not to hire you based upon a couple things. One, someone's testimony. So you have to have people talking about you, talking well about you, positively about you out there. So there's a method in which you can have ambassadors essentially speaking well about you and recommending you to their friends. And then there's websites. So you put that information, a meet and greet meeting essentially, on your website. So they can meet and greet you, and you can greet them. They can meet you on your website. And they can be convinced then that you're the right home inspector to hire. That's why I really enjoy tweaking my website and getting it just right. I want that photo of me just right. They're looking to hire me and meet me for the first time on my website. Or they have a testimonial from a friend that they trust that they should hire Big Ben Inspections. I say those are the two strategies. I don't know how to meet someone prior to them hiring me. It's just, I'm assuming that maybe you meant that they hired me and that we have a few moments before the inspection, right? Absolutely. So they've agreed to hire me. I actually have their credit card information using an online system that we have. I have their signed agreement with me. I don't step on any property without a signed agreement. And I could collect money prior to or before, it doesn't matter. Usually I collected it after I did the inspection. That was part of my brand. You only pay after I perform the inspection. And then I take a few moments to meet and greet with my client. Typically, I come to the home inspection about a half hour before the scheduled time. Let's say it's an 8 o'clock. I used to do 8 o'clocks and 12 o'clocks. So at 8 o'clock, I would arrive at about 7:30, 7:45. The homeowner would already know that I'm going to arrive early. And I would get up on the roof. and do the roof inspection. And while I come down my ladder, I can see that my client is coming up into the driveway. And I come down and I have business cards. And I pass them out and I'm smiling and I'm shaking hands. And I ask them if they want to know how the roof is and if they want to follow me around the exterior, etc. And we have a good time. And I tell them that I'm going to do a great inspection for them and I'm going to provide them information so that they can make a smart decision. And it's going to be really valuable to you, my client. And you can pay me after I'm done with the inspection. I had a little elevator speech already for every client, right? And that's what you should have, a little meet and greet before, you really get into the inspection. But the only way I know how to meet and greet is on the website. Usually when they see you in the driveway, they've already hired you. Well, so we're over. And I typically respect everybody's time. So we've done an hour. I scheduled an hour. So you know everything you need to find the other steps. It's at NACHI.org/everything. So go there. And I really appreciate you spending an hour with me. If you think about it, if your competition isn't doing this, you're way ahead of them. You're way ahead of any individual who's trying to become a successful home inspector. If you take 1 hour every day, that's 5 hours a week. How many hours a week? That's 5 hours a week. For a month, that's what? 5 times 4, that's 20 hours a month that you're working on your business to become successful or more successful than you were last year. 20 hours a week times, 5 hours a week. Let's go this way, 5 hours a week. This is great. I like doing this. So let's go 5 hours a week, right? Times, how many weeks do you want to work? 50 weeks? 250 hours a year. If you spend 1 hour a day all year, 50 weeks a year, that's 250 hours. For a typical 40-hour week, how many weeks is that? That's 1.5 months of full-time, 40-hour a week work that you're doing, more than your competition. So at the end of this class, I'll tell you the big secret. We have a lot of tools and resources and staff and marketing and all the courses and all the stuff. But it's really up to you to do that 1 hour a day, every day, 50 weeks a year, to be way ahead of your competition by a month and a half, almost 6.5 weeks. That's the way, it's all up to you to be successful. So you got to put in the time. So put down the gaming, put down the TV, and spend 1 hour a day in the next year. That is doing a little bit at a time to be successful, right? So the 15 steps is at NACHI.org/everything. My name is Ben Gromyko. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to take a look at your questions, and I'll send a video recording, a link to the video recording, and I'll have it on NACHI.tv. NACHI.org/TV will be the video recording of this class. And there's another class next week, so I'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.